Happy Sunday, April 19th, 2026, everybody. This is Gen X Speaks. Today, this is really just kind of an observation video. I kind of want to talk about how a lot of people, and you might hear it here on TikTok or YouTube or pretty much anywhere, a lot of people are talking about how they feel like we've just fallen into some kind of alternate universe and things just don't seem right today, and everything just seems wrong, and that it's some kind of interdimensional thing or whatever, whatever excuse people have. But my observation to this is, it's funny to joke about that. I mean, it does seem like that. I mean, in some way, it doesn't seem like it seems like suddenly we cross into the wrong alternate universe or whatever. But the fact of the matter is that there are many times throughout human history where things just simply went bad. You had, obviously we had COVID, but that was not without precedent. 100 years earlier, it was the Spanish flu. In medieval times, it was the plague. There were periods of history, the Crusades, the Vikings raiding various civilizations, there are all kinds of marauding bands of people throughout history. Any number of things through our early human history where people who might have ordinarily been slave trade, people just minding their own business on the African continent who suddenly, were taken to foreign lands and forced to work for nothing, and brutalized. I mean, there are any number of things throughout human history where simply people could have thought, what happened? If they understood what crossing into an alternate universe even meant, they would probably be saying the same thing. And the reality is that there's one simple reality to this, to what we're feeling, and that is that human beings simply suck. We haven't learned much. Yes, technologically, we're far more advanced than we were, and that will theoretically continue unless our technology destroys ourselves. But we just suck. Human beings are horrible entities. We are very slow to learn lessons. We cannot seem to, and I'm talking as a species, it's certainly not everyone. I think there are a lot of people on this planet who get it and understand that there's a better way to live than we are. But unfortunately, there are not enough of those people, and the people that have power are simply greed-filled assholes, lack of a better word. And until that is somehow eradicated from the human psyche, it's never going to be better. And it may never be better for that matter. Maybe if there are advanced civilizations throughout time in this universe, that they all met the same fate. Who knows? Or that many of them met the same. I'm sure many of them would have met the same fate, as they couldn't break out of this kind of self-loathing and self-deprecation. I don't know. But the point is, while it may seem definitely like we've crossed into some alternate universe and things just have gone haywire, it's just human beings being human beings, people. Sadly, we can't really blame it on something like that. Sadly, it's just us. We're shitty people. We're shitty beings. We're poor stewards of the planet. We're poor stewards of our own species. We're certainly poor stewards of other species. we suck. And I don't mean to be a downer, and it's certainly not suggesting that the entire human race sucks. And there's always hope. But yeah, we haven't learned much. We just suck. Anyway, that's my thought for today. You have a great Sunday.